My name is Elizabeth Glass, and this video is about Dr. Vladimir Zelenko, who was President Trump's doctor and helped cure him of coronavirus. In January 2021, Dr. Zelenko, myself, and some other speakers gave a talk to the Orthodox community in Brooklyn. I believe it was August of 2021, he shared the proof about the dangers of the shot for pregnant women, so I did a post. I was very proud of the fact that we both attended the same university. I graduated from SUNY Buffalo in 91, and he went to medical school in 95. On his website, he wrote a book called Metamorphosis, and you can find it here. It's a little strange because the copyright is 2018, 2 years before COVID, but whatever. But if you look on the table of contents, this was very strange to me. Talking about medical school, one day I walked into the lecture hall and saw human heads on the table. I thought this is very strange. Okay, so here he is with different big name people in the medical freedom movement. You can see them here. There's Del Bigtree. Here's he is with Stu Peters. He has a big Telegram channel with a lot of followers. He was kicked off of Twitter. So he does a lot of advocacy for children, which I thought was great. A lot of accolades you could see here. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
The team has directly treated successfully 6,000 patients. I've trained hundreds of physicians who are now training their students, and as a cumulative group, we've treated millions of patients successfully. President Trump was my patient. Rudy Giuliani was my patient. Reb Chaim Kanevsky has been my patient. Mr. Litzman, your health minister of Israel last year, was my patient.
In April 2021, Dr. Zelenko or someone from his office reached out to me on Instagram about being an affiliate. Someone from his office reached out again in November of 2021, which I thought was strange. In 2020, I was a grassroots political candidate. You can pause the video and read about my campaign here. The reason I ran for office was because I found out about some very alarming bills and laws in New York State that the public was unaware of. And so here's some screenshots from them. Is New York Governor Hochul working behind the scenes to pass a concentration camp law here in New York State? This leads me to the reason I'm making this video. If you go to Dr. Zelenko's website and scroll down, there is a PDF of a book he wrote, Chabad and Kabbalah Wisdom, called Essence to Essence, and in it he talks about the Noahide Laws. The Noahide Laws are part of Education Day, a law signed by President H.W. Bush on March 26, 1991. You can pause the video here and read the language of the bill, but what's very concerning is that laws are meant to be very specific. However, the language here is very vague. For example, what are the activities? Here's a screenshot from Chabad.org documenting what the Noahide Laws are. It says the 7 Noahide Laws are rules that all of us must keep regardless of who we are or from where we come. Here are more screenshots from Chabad.org documenting that every year, every president has signed off on the Education Day law resolution. Additionally, in 2018, all 50 governors from all 50 states signed off on the Education Day resolution as well. Following this are some video clips of Dr. Zelenko promoting the Noahide Laws.
Renounce the worship of the God of science, the God of technology, the God of power, money, lust, fame, whatever. Every God but the true God. Listen, we're all descendants from the same family, which is Noah, his wife, and their children, right? Because there was a flood that killed everyone else, right? So all of humanity literally stems from Noah and his family. The reason why I bring that up is that in the Bible, in the Old Testament, there are 7 laws that were given to Noah. And once I tell you them, you'll know they're so familiar to you, but it's important to understand their roots. And that everyone should consider living by them. Number 1, to believe in the one God. Number 2, don't worship false gods. Number 3, do not steal, do not murder, do not commit adultery. Our scripture. I think everyone will agree. We are all descendants of Noah and his family. He had Adam, and he populated the world. Then God got really pissed at them, and he made a flood. cleaned the house. And only Noah, his wife, 3 sons and 3 daughters-in-laws were left, and from them issued out all of them. So in reality, we are all brothers and sisters descending from Noah and his family. The reason why I bring this up, that Noah was given 7 laws, which, in my opinion, are relevant in every time and every place. And what are those laws? Well, they'll resonate in your ears because it's actually common sense in many ways and some things that you probably grew up with. Number 1, you should believe in one God. Number 2, you shouldn't worship false gods. Those are between you and God, where debauchery and immorality is normalized as the law of the land. So that doesn't help invite divine favor.
Right.
And the 7 laws of Noah, which we could enumerate, which are applicable to all humans, which was you should believe in the one God.
So, what happens to Christians and others who do not care to worship their God? What is the punishment for those violating the Noahide Laws? Here is an explanation. Insider exposes Freemasonry as world's oldest religion and Luciferian plans for the New World Order. This is from Altian Childs, a former rock star and former Freemason. Here's a short clip.
Are the 7 universal Noahide laws. They sound great from the outside, designed so to conceal some terrifying details on the inside. Firstly, they were signed into US law in 1991 by George H.W. Bush on March 26. Here's the bill and resolution. It was named Education Day. As you can see in the details of Resolution HJ 104, they are the 7 Noahide laws, resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in 1996. Every single president since H.W. Bush has annually re-signed this resolution. Many world leaders have called for the acknowledgement and observance of the 7 Noahide laws, including the President of the European Union in July 2014 and the Australian Governor-General Michael Jeffrey in 2008. And this will be international law. So what's the problem? Well, just for starters, the law against idol worship will include, quite specifically, the worship of Jesus Christ as the Son of God, which the Noahide laws will classify as blasphemy, and the punishment for transgressing the 7 Noahide laws and for blaspheming the ineffable name of God by calling Jesus God is decapitation. I'll let you take that in for a second. This will be governed by a world court with no possibility of appeals. Something like this, an international Sanhedrin. Who do you think is truly behind these laws? Well, I can show you that right now. Here is the bill being signed into law by H.W. Bush, and here is their signature hidden in plain sight, the hidden hand of Freemasonry, displayed by this sinister and gloating-looking individual. And you know what Freemasonry is a cover for now. Who do you think designed the guillotine in the first place? This guy, Joseph Guillotine, a Freemason. Still don't believe in the prophecies of Jesus Christ? You're still in denial?
And so all these demonic forces, we have to categorize them. We have to understand what they are, because it's going to fall upon us to decapitate them. And it's time to wake up and realize that this is it. This is the final battle of existence. So all these demonic forces, we have to categorize them. We have to understand what they are, because...
Who are these demonic forces that need to be categorized? According to the Noahide laws, it's anyone who refuses to worship their God or any Gentile.
Fall upon us to decapitate them.
What Dr. Zelenko is referring to here is decapitating those who violate the Noahide laws.